the Frank and Lillian Gilbreth Industrial Engineering Award, sponsored by the William Michael Barnes 64 Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering at Texas A&M. This is the highest and most esteemed honor bestowed by IISE. It recognizes those who have distinguished themselves through contributions to the welfare of humankind in the field of industrial and systems engineering. The contributions are of the highest caliber and nationally or internationally recognized. We are honored to present this award to Bopaya Bidanda.
Bopaya is currently the Ernest E. Roth Professor at the Department of Industrial Engineering at the University of Pittsburgh, as well as the Director of the Center for Industry Studies. He returned to the faculty in 2021 after 21 years as department chair. He has authored and edited a number of books in his career, including the most recent edition of the Maynard Industrial and Systems Engineering Handbook, which serves as the definitive body of knowledge for industrial engineering. Bopaya is a past president of IISE, and he previously served as the chair of the Council of Industrial Engineering Academic Department Heads. He's also served on advisory boards and taught universities in India, South America, Singapore, and Turkey. Bopaya served on the executive committee of the Engineering Accreditation Committee of ABET for 3 years and was an EAC Commissioner for 6 years. He's been an active accreditation visitor for the past 20-plus years and has led ABET teams to many countries and universities. Bopaya is a dual Fulbrighter, serving as a senior specialist to Uruguay and now to India as a Fulbright Nehru Scholar. He's delivered keynote and plenary addresses at conferences in Brazil, Israel, Spain, Turkey, and India. He consults actively with industry and has worked with the U.S. Navy, the Department of National Defense of Canada, and a wide range of companies and industries. His work has been funded by the R.K. Mellon Foundation, the Heinz Endowments, and the U.S. Department of Commerce. Bopaya's many awards and recognition include the IISE Albert Holtzman Distinguished Educator Award, the John Imhoff Award for Global Excellence in Industrial Engineering given by the American Society for Engineering Education, the International Federation of Engineering Education Societies Award for Global Excellence in Engineering Education, the Chancellor's Distinguished Public Service Award from the University of Pittsburgh, and the Lillian Gilbreth Award given by the Indian Institution of Industrial Engineering. Most recently, he's been actively engaged on the Business of Humanity project in Pittsburgh and India. His Manufacturing Assistance Center initiative is now in Titusville, Pennsylvania, with locations in Nigeria and India. The objective of these centers is to provide meaningful careers to the bottom of the socioeconomic pyramid, including convicted fellows, homeless veterans, and more. Bopaya, it is my honor to welcome you to the stage to make some comments. Congratulations.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you to all of IISE. It's difficult to articulate how grateful I am for this award. Your belief in my work has always been a tremendous source of motivation. I'm honored to receive this award. And this is not just based on my work, but the work of an entire community. I want to especially thank Paul Cohen and his wife, Sarah, who have traveled here from North Carolina to be with me. In 1981, Paul Cohen, who was my PhD advisor, I was his first student, and Al Soyster, then the department chair at Penn State, took a chance on an unproven student with a dubious academic record from a no-name college and allowed me to join the PhD program there at Penn State. And the award is really a result of inspiring collaborative relationships over the past 43 years in academia in the U.S., both as a student and as a faculty member. I will always be grateful to my peers and friends like Jose Zayas Castro, who's not here, who nominated me to be the head of CEDA, Jamie Rogers, who nominated me to be the president of IISE or stand for election. The global list of peers and friends is long. Many people are no longer with us. But I really want to thank each of you directly and indirectly for all that you've done. I'm also fortunate to have graduated an amazing cohort of doctoral students, many of whom came in as immigrants and half of whom have joined academia. Their struggles, their stories, their journeys continue to amaze me. This is really our award. My family, my wife Luella, daughter Maya, who's graduating next week with a PhD in Boston, my son Rahul, have been a constant source of encouragement. Even though I was able to convince only one of them to become an industrial engineer, my son. I take special joy that we all think like industrial engineers now. The only time IE hasn't worked is when I try to tell my wife Luella how to cook efficiently in the kitchen. That didn't go so well. But finally, I would like to thank each of you, and especially to the IISc leadership and staff, for enabling our amazing industrial and systems engineering discipline to operate in so many diverse areas across the world. Thanks to our discipline, I've been able to work in places like Kenya, helping increase the women's mortality by getting blood to women quickly using process mapping and discrete event simulation. I've been able to develop engineering programs on student ships that circumnavigate the world. We had Fidel Castro, Bishop Tutu come on board. I've designed factories for high-end watches that cost $300,000 and more. Helped redesign the Pearl Harbor shipyard using factory principles. The list goes on and on. But please know that we are all part of an amazing discipline, and thank you for the opportunities. Thank you.